Join Kids Hat family. Wasn't last night's slumber party fun, Tofu?
Oh, I had a blast. Let's do it again.
I agree, but I noticed that you weren't being very nice to Cousin Rob. You were always with your friend Josh.
Cousin Rob started it.
Started what?
Josh is one of my best friends, and Cousin Rob told me that he didn't like Josh as much as I did.
There's nothing wrong in that, Tofu.
I don't understand. Why not?
Shall I explain it to you with a story?
Yes, I want to hear the story.
A very long time ago, there lived a mighty lion in a jungle. One day, he went to the river to drink water. But his leg got stuck in the thick, slushy mud of the riverbank. No matter how much he tried, his leg wouldn't come out. He called out for help. But alas, there was none. And so he remained stuck in the mud. After a few days, a kind jackal came to the same spot of the river to drink water. He saw the lion stuck in the mud. "Your Majesty, are you all right?"
"No, Jackal. I am stuck in the mud. I cannot move. I have been here for days now."
"Give me a moment, Your Majesty. Let me see what I can do." The jackal quickly crossed over to the riverside where the lion was stuck. With his paws, he dug out the mud where the lion's leg was caught. "I think your leg should be free now. Please try and come out." The lion tried to move, but he couldn't. His leg had become stiff after being in the same position for so many days. Seeing this, the jackal made more efforts to free the lion. He pushed him and pulled him till he finally came out of the mud. The lion was very happy to be able to move freely after so many days.
"Thank you, kind jackal. You have saved me."
"You are welcome, Your Majesty. Now I must get back home."
"Where will you go? Why don't you come and stay with me? You've saved me, and now you are my friend for life."
The jackal accepted the lion's offer, and both grew their own families. But they continued to live together and hunt together. Their children would even play together. But the lioness did not like the friendship between the jackal and the lion. And she conveyed the same to the lady jackal.
The lioness told me that the lion does not want us to live here with him and his family.
Hearing this, the jackal was very upset and went to see the lion.
I thought we were friends, but if you did not want my family and me to live here with you, you should have told me so. Instead, you conveyed your message to me through the lioness and the lady jackal?
My friend, I don't know what you are talking about.
We are leaving.
No, my friend, don't leave me and go. I have not done anything of that sort. I want you to stay with me.
The jackal understood what had happened.
I am sorry, friend. I understand your sincerity and love towards me. I think I judged you too quickly. It is not you who wants me gone, but the lioness. I shouldn't live here any longer.
No, you don't have to go. I will speak to the lioness.
No, don't worry about it. My family and I will live in another home. But you and I will still remain friends. It is best for both families.
Though the lion was very sad, he agreed. And so the jackal made another home for himself and his family. But his friendship with the lion remained. They met every day, went on hunts together, and shared lives good and bad till the end of their lives.
The lioness didn't like the jackal even though the lion and he were best friends. And she knew that the jackal had saved the lion once upon a time.
Yeah, that's why I'm telling you, Tofu. Sometimes you may like someone very much, but your family may not feel the same way about them.
Oh, I get it now. Let's call Cousin Rob and others for one more slumber party. I promise I will behave better this time. Tia, I'm going to the fest later tonight.
Later tonight? It's not safe to go alone, Tofu. And I won't be going because I have an exam tomorrow. So you won't be able to go either.
But Jack said it's safe. And Joe and Jim, everyone is going.
Who told him?
Some older boys. We don't know them. They were visiting from another city.
That's not the correct way to do things, Tofu. You have to double check some things for yourself at times. And be careful with whom you trust. Do you know what happened to Chicken Little and his friends?
What happened to them?
Chicken Little. Chicken Little liked to walk in the woods. One day, as she was walking in the forest and looking at the flowers and the trees, an acorn fell from a tree on the top of her head.
Oh no! The sky is falling! I must run and tell the lion about it immediately.
And so Chicken Little began running. On the way, she met the Henny Penny, the hen.
Where are you running to? Is everything okay?
Oh no, Henny Penny. The sky is falling and I'm going to the lion to tell him about it.
How do you know that?
It fell on my head and hit me.
That's terrible. Come, I'll go with you too. We must hurry and tell the lion about this.
Chicken Little and Henny Penny started running. As they were heading to the lions, they met Ducky Lucky.
Wait, guys, wait. Where are you going in such a hurry? The sky is falling. It fell on Chicken Little's head. We are going to the lion to tell him about it. Let me also come with you.
Come, come.
As the three of them were running, they met Foxy Loxy.
Where are you guys going?
The sky is falling. It fell on Chicken Little's head. And we've decided to go to tell the lion about it.
Yes, yes. The lion must be told about this. But do you know where he lives?
The fox had pointed out this problem correctly. None of them knew where the lion lived.
I know where he lives. Come with me and I will show you the way.
Happy to have found help, the three of them agreed. The fox took them to his own den and told them to wait at its entrance as he went inside.
Wait here. Let me go talk to the lion first. When he is ready to meet you, he will call you all inside.
After a while, Foxy Loxy called from inside.
Come in, friends.
Chicken Little, Henny Penny, Ducky Lucky went inside but never came out again. So you see, Tofu, you should always exercise caution before you go following things blindly.
Yes, Tia. Now I have understood the importance of trusting the right people and not believing things blindly. Tonight, I am going to stay home and will tell my friends to do the same too.
That is not nice, Tofu. What if your friends find out? They will stop talking to you, won't they?
Oh no! I am so clever, they won't find out ever.
Let me tell you the story of another clever boy called Tom Sawyer. Tom Sawyer lived with his Aunt Polly and half-brother Sid. He was an extremely clever boy who loved mischief. But Tom also had a very good luck, which always helped him get away with the mischief he did. One day, his Aunt Polly was looking for him. "Tom, Tom, where are you?" She looked everywhere. She looked outside in the yard. inside in the house and the kitchen. She looked in her room too, but he was nowhere. She went back to his room and called to him. "Tom, stop hiding and come out now." But there was no answer. Suddenly, Aunt Polly saw something move under Tom's bed. She thought it was Tom. She bent down and swiftly pulled the bed cover. A cat that Tom had hidden there sprung out at Aunt Polly. Surprised looking at this, she shouted, "Oh dear, where did Tom get the cat? Wait till I find that boy." Just as Aunt Polly was shooing the cat out of the window, she felt someone behind her. It was Tom trying to escape from the room. He had been hiding in the cupboard. Aunt Polly caught him by the collar. "Tom, what were you doing hiding in the cupboard? You ate all the jam, didn't you?"
No, Aunt Polly. I haven't even touched the jam. It must have been Sid.
"Don't you lie to me, young man. I can see the jam all over your face." Tom quickly tried to wipe his face, but it was too late. "Today I am going to beat you with a stick. You have become too mischievous."
Aunt Polly, look behind you.
Aunt Polly turned to see, but there was no one. It was just one of Tom's tricks. And this time he used it to get away from Aunt Polly, because when she turned around again, he wasn't there. "Oh, this boy! One of these days I am going to punish him." Tom was so happy with himself for fooling Aunt Polly again that he decided to take the day off from school. Instead, he went to the river and bathed in it. At lunchtime, he went into a nearby farm, stole fruits from there, and ran out of there with the owner chasing behind him. Just as he was running, he bumped into Sid. Sid saw Tom's wet hair and clothes and the fruits in his hands and understood that Tom hadn't gone to school, but he didn't say anything. When Tom reached home, Aunt Polly was waiting for him and she was angry. Tom understood that Sid had told her everything. "Tom, did you skip school again?"
No, Aunt Polly. Sid is lying.
"How did you know Sid said anything to me?" Well, for once Tom had got himself into trouble. He had no answer for Aunt Polly's question. "Tomorrow is Saturday. You don't have school. You will not go anywhere. Instead, you will whitewash the fence."
The entire fence?
"Yes, the entire fence. That is your punishment." Tom had no choice. He couldn't argue with Aunt Polly. He didn't want to make her angrier, but he was angry too. The fence would take up his whole Saturday. He went into the yard and kicked at the dust. Just then, he saw Sid coming in. He quickly made a mud ball and swung it at him.
"Ah! Stop! Help, Aunt Polly!"
"Why did you have to tell anything to Aunt Polly?" Tom flung a few more mud balls at Sid and then jumped over the fence and ran away. He knew he was already punished, so nothing worse could happen now. Next morning, when Tom came down for breakfast, he was greeted with a pail of paint and paintbrushes. Aunt Polly had been serious about his punishment. So Tom ate his breakfast and went into the yard to whitewash the fence. Painstakingly, he finished a bit of it. That's when his friend Joe came up to him. "Hey, Tom. Why are you working on a Saturday morning?" "Working? Who said anything about working?" "Well, why are you painting the fence then?" "I am doing it because it is art. Haven't you heard of art, Joe?" "Well, I have, but I have never done it. Is it fun?" "Oh yes, it is. Why else would I do it?" Joe thought about it. It was true. Tom Sawyer would never do anything that wasn't fun. He asked Tom if he could also try it. Tom agreed to let Joe do only a small portion of it in exchange of 3 marbles. Joe thought 3 marbles was too much, but agreed. He wanted to try art. A little while later, their friend Jim came. He saw Tom resting under the tree and Joe painting the fence. He went to Joe. "What are you doing, Joe?" "It is art. I paid Tom 3 marbles to let me do it." "3 marbles? Is it that good?" "Yes, very good." Jim dashed to Tom immediately and asked if in exchange of his fish book, he too could whitewash the fence. Tom feigned some reluctance, but agreed. And so it went on. Other friends of Tom came and believed that painting the fence was fun. They paid Tom in collector's cards, candies, and even a catapult to get a chance to paint the fence. By noon, the entire fence was painted and Tom was a rich boy. He hid his treasures and went to his aunt. "It's done." "What? Unbelievable. Let me see." Aunt Polly took Tom with her to see the fence. Indeed, it was done. And it was done very nicely. How did he do it? Anyway, his punishment is over. Now I will have to let him go. I hope he does not create more mischief. But as always, when Aunt Polly turned around to tell Tom that his punishment was over, he was already gone. The next day was Sunday, and Tom went to Sunday school. When he reached there, he saw a new girl and was smitten by her. He desperately wanted to impress her. He thought of a way he could prove himself better than the other boys. He went to one of the smartest boys in the class. And bought from him all his yellow tickets in exchange of the treasure he had earned from his friends yesterday. The yellow tickets were awarded only to those boys who had learned all the verses of the Bible. Usually, only older boys were able to get the yellow tickets. When you had enough yellow tickets, you could exchange them for a Bible. The minister asked the class,
Does anyone have enough yellow tickets for a Bible?
Nobody had so many tickets, except Tom, who raised his hand. Everybody, including the minister, was surprised. Tom was the most naughty boy they knew. How could he have learned all the verses of the Bible? The minister understood this was one of Tom's tricks, and he decided to test him.
Very well done, Tom. Please come here and collect your Bible.
Also, as is tradition, when you earn your Bible, you get to recite any 3 of your favorite verses from it. Tom was stumped. 3 verses? He didn't even know one. He fumbled. The whole class laughed at him as they understood that mischievous Tom had got into a big soup this time. Do you still think you will never get caught?
Oh no, Tia. I have to go and tell my friends the truth and apologize to them right away. Hi, Tia. Hi, Maria. Hi, Joanna.
Hi, Tofu.
Hello, Tofu. Hello, Tofu. What are you all up to?
We are completing our art project for tomorrow.
I also want to do it. Can I?
Wait, Tofu.
Why? All I want to do is add my prints also. I'll follow your pattern.
I'm sorry, Tofu, but there's no place on this one. Can I give you another sheet to do this?
It's okay if you don't want me to be a part of the fun, Tia. Mommy finger, where are you? Here I am, how do you do?
Hey, Tofu.
Oh, now you have time for me?
Well, actually, I had a story for you. It's about a lost mitten. On a cold winter day, when the entire forest was covered in a white blanket of snow, a kind mole came upon a warm mitten.
Oh wow, a warm mitten on this cold day. I'll live in it and make it my home for the winters.
Just as the mole was making himself comfortable in his new house, a little frog showed up at its mouth and called out to the mole.
Hello, Mr. Mole. Oh, hi there, frog. How can I help you? It's very cold out here today. My feet are freezing in the snow. Can I share your mitten with you?
Of course, there is enough room in here for both of us. So the kind mole welcomed the frog in the mitten. Just as they were warming up, a rabbit comes up to them.
Hello, friends. It is really cold out here. My tail is freezing. Please give me some space in the mitten.
Of course. Come in, come in. The rabbit was very happy for the generosity, and he got into the mitten with the mole and the frog. Then they had two more visitors, a fox and a vixen.
It's so cold today. My snout is freezing. I feel like I am breathing ice. Can we please get some shelter in the mitten?
We're already 3 in here. It'll be a little tight, but sure, come in. We will manage somehow. Thankful, the fox and the vixen squeezed themselves into the mitten. But there was just no space for anyone to move. Sometimes the rabbit would step on the frog's foot, and sometimes the mole stepped on the fox's tail. As they all struggled, a bear came along.
A warm mitten and good company. Just what I need on this gloomy, cold day. Make room for me, friends. I'm gonna come in too.
Oh no!
But there's no place in here.
You're too big for this mitten.
I promise I won't take too much space. No.
But the bear didn't listen to them and made it into the already crowded mitten. The animals had no choice now but to stick their heads out of its mouth, so that there was space inside for their bodies. And just as they were all finally settling in, a baby mouse came along, shivering in the cold.
Hello, everyone. You all look so warm in there. It's so cold here. Look at my tiny tail. It has frozen itself blue. Please let me also come in.
Sorry, little mouse, but this mitten is completely packed. Even though you are so tiny, there is just no room for you here.
Oh, but I see some place. It's all that I need.
The little mouse dashed towards the mitten, and before anyone could say anything, he climbed onto the bear's nose and sat there. But his cold tail hung there and irritated the bear's nose. He was about to sneeze. Achoo! The bear couldn't hold his sneeze, and with a loud sound, he sneezed so hard that the mitten went flying up, and up in the air, and all the animals got thrown out of it into the cold snow once again. What, Tofu?
I was going to be the bear in your mitten.
Yes, and you would have sent it flying into the air.
For your favorite rhymes, stories, and more, join Kids Heart family. Subscribe here.